performer. She's new to bad language, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does. It's Jemima Foxtrot.
Hello. I don't believe that God created me, and so when I don't need a man to make me happy, I can be free as a girl can be unhappy. So each grey and caged-in day, I pick 6 little sins from the peccadillo tree, so that I can lick the world, and so it can move in my way. Life should be tight like a goatskin drum top. To wait for it to slacken is to rot. So I pick 6 little sins from the peccadillo tree, so that I can lick the world, and so it can move me properly. 1. A swig of milk straight from her bottle. I know it annoys her unjustly. She will trust me to defy her to the bone. 2. To wish away my last days in brickwork. This is a ticklish peccadillo, but a sin nonetheless. Soon I will be missing, popped out of the jigsaw. I will be free as a girl can be, and happy. 3. To let music like maggots writhe into me, hollowing out a peach, hitting my stone and then doubling backwards. 4. To allow myself to imagine our shared front door. Lame, I know, but dipping my fingertips in distant domesticity keeps me going. 5. To eat fried food daily without compromise. Chips and cigarettes, whiskey and self-centeredness feel good from time to time. 6. And yes, you guessed it, sex. Or thinking of it, tripping up on flexibility, tying knots in hoops. I know that I've missed that about you, but I don't believe that God created me, and so I don't need a man to make me happy. So each grey and caged-in day, I pick 6 little sins from the peccadillo tree, so that I can live the world, and so it can love me properly. I will be free as a girl can be, and happy. Thank you. Social one for you. Goes on for 13.5 minutes. Timed it a few times. This one is about my niece who just turned 5 on Tuesday. So this is for Ava. So he likes drunkenness and drugs and staying up until the dawn comes ringing in. When I was 5, I liked rice pudding, sweets and hugs, but Ava likes to sing. That man likes pouring coffee down his throat to drown the sound of mother, old goatsy, anything. His mother likes her tea with milk, but Ava likes to sing. This woman is afraid to fly, she's banished from eternal spring. That lad likes roller coasters, but Ava likes to sing. Some kids want pink and plastic, and some want wedding rings. My niece, she wants for nothing, because she likes to sing. With fairy tales and party hats, princesses, queens and kings, she lives in quiet fantasy, and all the time she sings. The grind of life is disappeared. I float upon the wings of children thundering up the stairs, whilst Ava sits and sings. Oh, you should pack up all your troubles in one concentrated place and shoot them dead together, 'cause they're better that way. I serve diplomats chicken and oysters to oiks, but at least we get to feast when they send something rattling back, too tough or overcooked. The chef's temperaments are overlooked and we suffer the brunt of it. I have backache, footache, cheekache from smiling. I am worth more than £6.08 an hour, and I know it. But you should pack up all your troubles in one concentrated place and shoot them dead together, 'cause they're better that way. My weight and the colour of my eyes is prescribed on my CV, which is less to do with what I've done than it is everything about me physically. It is examined very carefully before they deign to meet me. I can work hard, spend my spare time practicing accents, but if I don't look like his version of a teenager from Croydon or an anorexic girl from Leeds, then it will never matter how well I read. And my £40 train fare is wasted. But you should pack up all your troubles in one concentrated place and shoot them dead together, 'cause they're better that way. And then I complete the circle. I trouble, then I trouble not. I round them up against the houses and I shoot them dead. Thank you. As you might be able to tell from that one, I am an actress and a waitress. Classic. More of a waitress than an actress at the moment, unfortunately, but times will change. Stay positive. This is a very little one. And so we stroll up there again, that craggy scrap of footpath to the woods around the back of your house, sultry rain and bluebells. We deck its trees with our laughter. This April dubs over the last. Times change, the woods are the same, rain, rain and bluebells. We are rolled up in sickly tradition, so sit down and unpack our picnic. 2 Scotch eggs, some slices of bread and a single tepid Stella. In this sweet smudge of wood, I love you again. Rain and indigo bluebells. Right. This one is for Erica Badu, who I've been getting into a lot recently. I think she's really good. Yeah. Oh my, I'm feeling high. My money's gone, I'm all alone. It is another London morning, and I have prized myself from bed to write for this niggling gig coming up in a week, and Badu is insistently with me. I think I need a cup of tea. What a day, what a day. So I sit down at my laptop, and all the time I'm drinking it and thinking her, I need another cup of tea. What a day, what a day. Perhaps a walk might get me talking, just like nightfall gets me writing. So, along the long road to Shepherd's Bush to buy Tupperware and hair ties and a corkboard and some plastic knives and forks and other bits I found in the pound shop, I've been saving up, and I was paid today. What a day, what a day. And I remember when I went up Old Jamaica Road and felt a poet so much so it expanded in me like bath foam. I walked abreast a place that thousands call their home, that pitted grey sliver of city. Then it was up to Canada Water, so I skipped across a lot of states and shared the shallow canal path with businessmen and cyclists and health-conscious hybrids of the two, still soft around the edges. Rats chattered past. And I was simply happy as I walked forwards, backwards and forwards, and there was less than a teaspoon of smog, and I could see into my undefined future. Colourless shapes, permeable borders, new love. But there's 3 hours to go to 3 o'clock when the polishing of crockery begins. I will grow 2 poems to show for it. I think I need a cup of tea. The world keeps burning. The man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all, is what she says, so I can safely relay that he doesn't know something because he thinks he knows everything and doesn't know much. As such, he is what we call in the trade a fucker. He pulls rank with his striped tie and takes a third of our tips without lifting a finger. I think I need a cup of tea. What a day, what a day. And if David's on shift, what a day it will be. But I will keep on keeping on, with Badu and Bob Dylan beside me. So I went travelling in South America last year, and this poem is about the most beautiful place I went to, I think, in Colombia. It's called Salento. We sit, each in our books, in our spheres, in a lodge in the thick mist. The landscape evaporates quickly and it rains. What it is that rains remains a mystery to all of us, but we boil water in an aluminium pan for limitless tea and lounge on sofas, silently fixed in literature. We are in the midst of something mythical, where palm trees grow in lines on top of mountains and the giant cows have humps like camels. A woman who has seen it all before says, I saw a triple rainbow here last Sunday. She says it casually as if she were asking for a cigarette or something, but I wouldn't put it past this place to make such things as regular as daybreak. They fry our eggs in butter, and the milk tastes more like cream. Hangovers just aren't as bad. The edge slowly vaporizes. I learn about Vancouver, Dublin, Versailles, Sydney, and bits of Britain I never knew existed. Still, I sit slouched in Salento. The children kiss your cheek and tickle you into grinning. Still, we sit smug in the mist. Thank you very much. So in the last few poems I've been complaining about my work. I work in the Hilton. I work in the hotel, the Hilton, I'm a waitress. But, not to complain too much, there is one good thing about the job. He's from northeastern Lithuania. I congratulate his English. If I was rich and lived here, I would constantly call room service. It would never work with us. He looks after his body too much, while I subject mine to a lot and watch as it totters along. I am young, and there is no such thing as taking too much on, or having too much fun. But he is almost too big. Maybe. But gentle as an elephant, he is stolidly building up his muscle structure for carrying heavy trays or taking care if any trouble comes our way. Or so I like to think. But he's insipid as a periwinkle. It would never work with us. But I can still spend my shift thinking of it in the room service room among the little pots of ketchup. Thanks. Thank you all for time. I'm just going to do a couple more. These are sort of older ones. This one is about, on the niece theme. This one's about my nephew, and I wrote it for him when he was born, which was 2.5 years ago now, or something like that. Diamonds are muddy next to him, and his untouched beauty thickens by the minute. Born in the winter, he blooms with the spring. His toes are translucent, and the jewel on his mother's fresh engagement ring falters. He has altered her earth on its axis, and diamonds are muddy next to him. Oh, Finn finally arrived from the heat of hope's haze, ripe and ready to explore the store of ever-opening days that are stockpiled up for him. He shouts in block capitals so we know that he's here, as if we'd forget. I'll remember his face to the letter, and I'll worship his birthday each year. So I used to live in Manchester for a long time, went to university here. Doing very well. Recently moved down to London, and this is a poem that I wrote a couple of autumns ago about Manchester and being in Manchester. It's nice to be back. Looking up above the shop fronts at its architecture, bricks like solidified music, oh violin alleys, brass band squares and train stations with their great threads of strangers primed to be toppled off guard by my grinning at them. I teach them to smile, like all those peekabooing babies, the babies on the buses and the kids in the street who sing. Withington and Venus and the vicious gangs of wheelie bins on my cul-de-sac's damp corners, painted like tribesmen in flaky numbers. I circle them past midnight to prove I'm not scared. That I can turn my key into your cave-like flat, peel off my clothes and drink tea in the snuggest of luxury, eating dimple-buttered crumpets with good company, playing records and bedroom dancing to keep warm, catching my moonbeam reflection in puddles, hearing the absent ocean and the crunching leaves, etc. Thank you very much. It's been nice to meet you.
Please, one more time for Jemima Foxtrot.